was started about 15 years ago, and when we started the band, it was much more of almost in tribute or homage to New Orleans brass bands. And soon after we started making albums, we kind of started including a lot of influences from different music as well, largely hip-hop music, but also more kind of maybe you'd say experimental music or modern jazz music, as well as funk and rock and almost some kind of punk rock things, but certainly very aggressive music, but all music that's kind of still considered dance music. So I think what we try to do is make it obvious that we're coming from that New Orleans brass band sound, inspiration-wise, but see where we can push the instrumentation and still keep it danceable and kind of keep it interesting. But there's 10 of us, and we're all very different musicians and all kind of professional musicians in a different sense in the cities we live in. It's hard to say when people are like, what's the band sound like? It's hard to say exactly what it sounds like, which is one of the reasons we started calling it Riot Jazz a few years ago. It was kind of a joke, because we had nothing to call the music. But that moniker has actually apparently become something. Like in the UK, there's bands that are calling themselves, Riot Jazz, or like this is a type of music now. This aggressive dance music that's made with horns and drums. Almost all of us started playing music when we were probably 9 or 10 years old, a 4th or 5th grade for American school, because that's when music is introduced in the schools. I think once we got to be maybe 12, 13, 14 years old, that's when you start kind of making decisions about what music you like. And when we first heard the Rebirth Brass Band and the Dirty Dozen Brass Band, that was when we were like, oh, we should have a brass band. There was also a band in Madison that was kind of playing brass band music, New Orleans music, that we still, a lot of us still play with. I think when we make music now, a lot of times it doesn't have much to do with what brass band we're listening to at all. It doesn't have to do with brass music at all. It's just like whatever's the most inspiring thing at the time. And it might be electronic music, it might be, guitar music, it might be vocal choir music. We have played in a boat before. We played in a really small boat in Lyon, in France. It was a much worse boat. This is a wonderful boat. we played in a boat, and it was like this all night, like kind of falling off the stage. But this A38 is really nice. We've played, I think, kind of all around Hungary, but never actually gotten to Budapest, so we're pretty excited.